Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. I really hope that the frame rate is not going to get butchered because I'm kind of desperate. I'm currently rendering game 1 and when I do, most of the RAM of my computer is pretty much focused to my rendering programs, so yeah, if that's the case then whoa, it's definitely the case right now, so I will definitely wait a bit, and wow, this is really unwatchable. I can't even press pause. Come on, come on. Okay, I am going to, yeah, just wait it. That was incredibly unwatchable. I do apologize. And no, I'm not going to restart the opening because, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. First few seconds, not really that important. So yeah, it's going to be Human Mirror. This is going to be the second game of ZOTAC 296's quarterfinals between TC's Yumiko on the top right as the orange human player. Bottom left, his opponent, who's currently up 1-0, is going to be Star's CommandeR, or if you knew him 2 to 3 years ago, his former name was Team's Webmax's Pleasant. Either way, I'm going to call him CommandeR this time because, well, I called him CommandeR last time. This map is on Amazonia. It is relatively small. I mean, it's I kind of question its size because there's sometimes games that's just incredibly long compared to huge maps like Twisted Meadows or was it Last Refuge or something like that, where they're huge maps but there's like averagely lengthy games. So yeah, hopefully it's something like that. I don't want it extremely long like game 1. Game 1 is probably borderline long. When it gets to like 25-30 minute mark, then obviously it's a very long game for me. But if it's like 10 to 15, then it's the most ideal replay length. Either way, CommandeR's going to get himself an Archmage, and Yumiko's going to get himself an Archmage, so I'm really interested to see how Yumiko is going to bring this back and try to, you know, put it to a 1-alls kind of situation. If not, CommandeR is going to go for the 2-0 sweep and go to the semifinals, who he's going to go against, who was it? Hawk. Again, another human player for some reason. So yeah, let's see how this will turn out. The only difference in game 1 and 2 was that Yumiko went for a Panda second, while his CommandeR went for an MK second. So at the end of game 1, I was, you know, telling you guys it's not the best representation of an MK versus Panda. It just shows, you know, how an MK can affect your game if you can get going. Yeah, obviously it wasn't the best Panda representing game ever because we didn't see, you know, how strong Breath of Fire actually was in conjunction with Drunken Haze, or how Drunken Haze is so great against basic attack units. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. The MK, solidly a very good assassin type fighter. I mean, he's not technically an assassin, but you know, like the surprising amount of burst he can bring out is just so sudden that he could be considered an assassin. Yumiko, I don't think he cancelled that, so that looks like it's been wasted a bit of resources. Militia trying to defend themselves against these elementals. They're pretty much defenseless without, you know, trying to fight without casualties, but obviously that is not that easy to actually achieve. CommandeR able to lose one of his elementals, but it looks like he will take down a single militia. Not sure if that is actually worth the amount of effort he put in for just one militia kill, while he loses himself about 2 to 3 elementals worth of experience as well, so not the best start. Let's just put it at that. Both players look like they have the most, practically the same items. TP, plus 6 claws, and plus 3 agility, so yeah. I guess it's just the fact that Yumiko was playing on home turf and he was able to utilize those militia against his opponent, and the commander paid for it. So either this footman gonna be sent out, most likely for scouting, and take quite a bit of damage, but he will be able to live on. The commander's gonna go after this creep camp, but Yumiko is right around the corner. Troll Berserker will be taken down, but the plus 3 intelligence item has been dropped. Will Commander pick it up, or will it be Yumiko? Who knows? I think Commander is going to abandon that item, as he has no way of getting there, and Yumiko, if he actually prevents his opponent from retreating any footman, he might be able to gain an edge. Yumiko is going to lose a footman, and Commander, wow, Commander was able to retreat a footman himself and pick up the item in tomes, so nicely done right there. Commander's going to lose one of his footmen though, so that is not that great, obviously because of this troll trapper right here. Executed by Yumiko, and it's going to be Commander, the one that's going to pick up the panda stick, and so he really wants to bring it to him. To Yumiko, he wants to kill those peasants, he wants to destroy those farms with the Breath of Fire, and it's now Yumiko who's choosing the MK second, so rather interesting exchange in terms of heroes, and the Archmage is going to be TPing. Wow, one hit away from the Arcane Volt's destruction, very unlucky. Panda trying to be surrounded, obviously did not happen. But that was very close. MK is going to come out and greet that panda most likely with a storm bolt. Or will it be the Archmage? Who knows? I think it might be the Archmage as he is now closer. And there we go. Archmage is going to be storm bolted right there. But the commander is not going to be surrounded, as Yumiko's footmen are trying to deal with commander's own footmen and elementals. Commander really not the best target for Breath of Fires, really. It is going to lose a panda at level 1. And 2 footmen, 3 footmen, we might even have 4 footmen being taken down. No wait, that's Yumiko's. So yeah, we saw the panda just Breath of Fire this cluster of buildings 3 times. Not, I mean, level 1 Breath of Fire is not even that great. It's super mega helpful versus tower rushers, or defenders against your own tower rush, but against straight up buildings, like, it's not even that much. So yeah, could have done better with that panda, really. So he paid for it with his death. Either way, Yumiko is trying to knock on the door, but he is going to he is going to receive a rather rude welcome. And that was a rude yawn, I do apologize. Archmage running around. Really, I think he wants to slip in another elemental, but once this arcane tower is done, it's going to be hard to keep up that kind of harassment. I was actually very surprised that Yumiko didn't have arcane towers so earlier to begin with. I mean, Command has pretty much been slipping elementals since like 3-minute mark. Arcane Sanctums, double Arcane Sanctum for Yumiko has been placed down. Meanwhile, it looks like Commander just finished his a while back, so he is going to already have a Spellbreaker, Priest, and double Sorceresses, so let's see how this will turn out. This really looks like game 1, but the other way around. Who knows, maybe this might be Commander showing Yumiko how it's really done, but you may never know. Commander's gonna be using a Zeppelin to drop in the back door. Gonna try to deal some damage, but obviously with that arcane tower in range, you really can't do much. Even over here, the arcane tower can still still reach here, so CommandeR just testing the range. Obviously wanted to do some Zeppelin micro. We really can't do it anymore as the Yumiko is just smartly just targeting that Zeppelin himself. Okay, Panda at level 2, he does have 2 charges of Sentry Wards and a lesser invulnerability potion. Zeppelin really needs to be careful. Yumiko might even actually get himself some way to trap that Zeppelin there and might force a TP for the Archmage, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Priest Adept training is being upgraded or researched. We don't have any priests though, so we're not even having any pumped out. We're having Spellbreakers pumped out instead. So that's kind of interesting. I'm currently seeing which spell is being stolen, but I can't see. And here we go, full 15-second vulnerability potion is going to be used. Triple Wand of Illusions on the Mountain King. Invisibility is going to be casted, so those sorceresses... No, is that invisibility? Invisibility, sorceresses? Polymorph is the mastery ability. Never mind, invisibility is going to be utilized to try and save that panda. This buffer is going to be taken down. A couple of peasants was taken down as well. So nice pick off by Yumiko right there. Archmage still messing around over here. Does have TP if he wants to. Source is going to be taking down these illusions. Obviously not dealing damage, but still they're taking the brute force of practically everything. So now it's Yumiko on the offensive. He has 3 Spellbreakers, 4 Footmen, and of course a level 3 Mountain King, which is absolutely deadly. Level 4 Archmage as well. Not as lethal, but you know, still kind of strong. Archmage. Wow. How did he do this much damage? He obviously got himself his own Shredder. I think he also hired up a Sapper as well. That's the only logical explanation I can see with a destroyed tower and, you know, these these gatherings of corpses. So we must have seen a Sapper here. CommandeR's gonna lose himself to the Shredder. Zeppelin is going to be attacked by the Archmage, and it looks like CommandeR's gonna retreat with the TP over here. MK trying to push with his own army as well. Where's the panda for CommandeR? I'm not sure. Oh, there he is. He's still invisible. He does have an invulnerability potion. There we go with the Breath of Fire. It's still level 1. We also have Drunken Haze, I believe, which not really that effective against Spellbreakers as they are pretty much immune. Are they? It's kind of hard to actually... It's kind of hard to decide, really. I've been accustomed to Drunken Haze as an ability, physical ability, instead of a magical spell, so I would really like to know. Comments, please. Drunken Haze, does it affect Spellbreakers? Obviously, it might not, but, you know, when you think about it logically, Drunken, it's more physical than magic. Who cares? Doesn't really matter. The only thing we do matter is that it's not being used, which is a bad downside. Other CommandeR, he's going to move over here with this camp. Hope to get level 3 on that panda. Level 2 Breath of Fire would be an improvement, obviously, but it won't be the answer, as Spellbreak is pretty much... Obviously can tell that Breath of Fire is magical. So yeah. Man, Wand of Illusions just trigger happy for Yumiko. Or Yumiko's just trigger happy with those illusions right now. Obviously I was very impressed with his mass clicking, or very quick clicking on making illusions of the Mountain King in that particular fight. And this camp's gonna be cleared out by CommandeR. Has already reached level 3 on the panda. Devotion Aura is going to be immediately sold from CommandeR, as he does remember that it didn't really work out with Yumiko in game 1. So yeah, Panda is going to be left alone though. That is not going to be good. He might be using invulnerability potion right there, but oh, nice surround from Yumiko, and Zeppelin. Zeppelin must save him. Invulnerability cannot be used, or invisibility cannot be used on an invulnerability. An invulnerable unit, especially since, well, not especially, even an ally. So here we go with another backdoor push here from CommandeR. He might be able to hire up a sapper, invulnerability potion on that Archmage. There we go. Will we have a sapper? No, Zeppelin's going to be stolen from CommandeR. I think CommandeR was wanting for Zeppelin instead. And that's going to be GG, as Yumiko is going to even up the series. Alright. 15 minutes. Ideal. To be honest, I knew there was a game 3. And I know that is long as hell, so I'll stop it here. I'll cast game 3 next time. So yeah, do apologize for, I didn't really like today this particular commentary, but I like game 1. Either way, hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time.